Welcome to episode 16 of The World Is Fucked. In this episode, we talk about sea lions and dolphin skin, and also we do some social commentary about a very serious problem, and we weren't sure whether to put it in or not. But with our typical Irish and Scottish sense of humour, the way we see it, and I think the way a lot of people see it, is if there's tragedy, you add a bit of time, and it's comedy. So we laugh and we try and fix some issues. So don't get offended when you get to that bit. We also talk about acting, doing some acting, and then a Satan theme park, lots of weird stuff. To be honest, during this we thought we had technical problems and we didn't get as far as the quiz in this episode. We just talked a load of nonsense, but it's funny nonsense, so enjoy. Did you?
I'm on hold
Nice one.
for the role of sweaty jogger
Sweaty jogger.
in an advert.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
But what's really funny is, because this is the first time I've been on hold,
Yeah.
so I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
So they called me back in, to do the bit again.
Yeah.
And the other people that were on hold were there, tall, fit,
Yeah.
men, all the same haircut,
Yeah.
just the same man.
Yeah. Multiple versions of
All
the
looked
same
like
man.
they work in finance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Finance bros.
Run on the weekend.
But they were all wearing running gear. And of course there's me draped in fabric. You know what I mean? Like I usually am.
But then you have to stand out. You have to be kind of different.
Because I went in, I've learned a lesson with this audition.
Yeah.
So I'm now writing a bit about all these auditions, right? Because the stuff they're sending me for,
Yeah.
it's quite funny. So
Yeah.
KFC customer.
Yeah.
Then they were like, well, don't know how you didn't get that. Yeah. You look like a KFC customer.
Yeah, eat food.
Yeah. And they were like, we'll put you in for a Scottish person role.
Yeah. On what show? Oh, you're not allowed to
It wasn't
say.
a show.
Yeah. Oh.
It was an advert. And then they
Potentially,
said, 'cause they were basically like, no, I would have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Can't even remember what it is, what you're talking about.
Oh,
Potentially.
it's the one ad. It's the one ad.
So they put me for Scottish person and they were like, you're Scottish. This should be in the bag.
Yeah.
And I go and they're like, it's actually like a Scottish war clan chief leading a group of people to war.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
Like,
who's going to follow me
do you know what I mean?
to battle? Get your broadswords out, boys.
Let's go, guys. Chop, chop.
Come on, everyone.
Yeah. It's a weird one because I went for...
I don't even march for pride, let alone march
You could
to
probably
war.
lead that march. You could probably easily lead that.
Yeah.
There's one I was put for... I had a voice-over audition for a computer game, and you had to be the
I wanna do
executioner.
that.
Yeah, but I did a really good job. I didn't get it, but the executioner, like, it has to be there has to be more wind inside my body to get that level of unless I faked it. But it was nice to get that. But I used to get I get put forward for like an Irish judge for a TV show years ago, but the judge is in his 80s, so I'm like, I'm not getting this.
No.
There's no way I'm getting this, right? But they go, but you're Irish, that sort of, they think
Like
you can...
as a like you'd be on.
I'd be in this
Screen.
TV show, shouting at whoever it is.
Oh,
that's
hey,
going to prison.
matey.
You're going to jail,
You're
you
out
prick.
of border.
Yeah, you're fucking... And I got fully into it, and I broke the lady's glasses case. She goes, use this as the gravel thing, or whatever. And she goes, action.
That's her fault.
Yeah, she shouldn't have. I got into it. But it's... I told you before about the Shortland Street. I told you that.
I don't know if you told me that.
So
should we be filming?
It's filming now. It's
Oh,
left it-
good.
It's,
Well done.
it's left it on.
Because this is gold.
This is. I went to I auditioned for Shortland Street to be a dodgy Irish builder. Right, quite a
Perfect
stereotypical.
for you.
Yeah. And my agent sent me, and she sent me with another guy in the agency who's the other funny guy, and she said, teach him your accent. This will be great. And I went, all right. I went to his house, and we went through the lines, and I went, you really have to nail the accent. Like, it can't be silly, right? And I sent him a copy of my brother doing stand-up years ago, because he was supposed to play my brother, and Colin Farrell in everything. And I goes, this is an easy Dublin accent to do without getting silly. Just work on that. So I got to the audition. He was late. I'm standing there waiting. He comes in, and we didn't have a chance to rehearse. And I said my line, and he pretty much sounded like a leprechaun. Oh, to be sure, and I felt my face go red, right, with anger, and I snapped. I don't know what I said. I just went. It was just a fucking rage, right? And then I ended up getting the part, right? So, and he didn't. And then the guy who I got the part with, his parents are English or Irish. He's English. He was just angry that I had more lines than him. So it was weird, and I bumped into him in several different shows and ads since. So we were playing that role, and it's Shortland Street, so no one really knows their lines. It's like they're being operated on, and they go, "What's my line?" "This man is about to die, we must save him." "This man is about to die, we must save him."
Is that how it works on
Yeah,
Shortland Street?
because I
everything's so quick.
It's so quick. They have to rush. So long story. We were dodgy builders. We were going to steal money from a safe. Classic.
Of course, that's what builders do.
Builders do, right? Especially us Irish ones.
Exactly.
And then we went into the Save Kids cause, and we had to stop with the kids. So then that scene,
Lock them in a cupboard or something.
well, the thing is that the kids were bigger than me. Like, it was young kids, but they're Kiwi kids. They were like massive.
Yeah, right.
And so they were trying to map out the scene. And they said, right, this kid runs at you, and you have to grab this kid. And, do you know what? We're going to get a fight choreographer. We're going to get John the fight So they made his phone call, and this fucking Van Damme walks in, right? And he goes, so what I would do in this situation, when this one runs towards you, kick him in the dick, get him in a headlock, right?
Jesus.
And then the director comes over and says, no, we can't kick kids in the dick. Like, we just...
How are you supposed to defend yourself against them?
So he's like, well, we try this, and you go elbow this in the face, and you chop him in the neck.
So he's like, you're going to do a back, and then you're going to do a backflip.
Yeah. And then in the end, the director goes,
suplex that one.
Keep it simple. Yeah. Through a table. USA. And then doing all the Hulk Hogan
DDT.
stuff. Yeah. Where's the snake? We just fucking snapped their legs. And then what they did was, in the end, they said, you need to make it as normal and neutral as possible. And he goes, I suppose you could just grab them. And so that's the scene. So the scene is, and I have it.
Choreographer.
Yeah, what a waste. So I got them in a thing, and then a fire started. Someone kicked over something, a fire started. I burnt down the bar or the restaurant in Shortland Street.
Were you killed?
No, there was a getaway. And
good, well done.
They didn't film it because of budget. So the getaway was imagined.
So it's just later on they got away.
No, I'm in a hospital bed. The car crashed.
Oh.
So not like Hollyoaks or any of these bit like casualty.
So there's a car flipping.
Yeah, fire. It was like they got away. Cut. I'm in the hospital bed.
And they're like, oh, they didn't get away after all.
Dr. Chris, I don't know why I'm using a knife and fork. Dr. Chris is like, I can't remember the word, but it's that medical word where he has to do his job, but he doesn't want to save my life.
Because you're an evil bitch.
Yeah, and then that was it. So
Classic
it was
storyline.
funny that it was all just imagined. And,
I love that the doctor was like Grey's Anatomy had a similar storyline, but it was like
from there, yeah.
Probably, but it was like a black doctor who didn't want to operate on somebody because he had like a swastika tattoo.
Oh yeah,
so
very
that's
similar.
Very strong, right? But I love that this doctor in Shortland Street was like, I'm not operating on this man. He burned down the bar.
Yeah.
Where he deserves to die.
Yeah. I have to drink at home now. I have to drive to another fictional bar in Auckland. It's it was mad, and then so the episode went out, and it was funny. I have every.
So did you survive the episode and then go to prison?
Must have, because nothing happened. It was all everything was imagined. So my final scene was me being operated on, so I must be in prison.
So
now.
there wasn't a bit when you were in the ward where the police came. So because I would have written that I mean, I'm not a soap opera writer, but I would have written it like the doctor who didn't want to operate came up and had some repartee with you as you were waking up.
Yeah.
And then the police came into the room.
Nah.
That's how it should have been.
Yeah, that's how it should have been. But it was
Shortland Street, get your shit together. Is that not on properly?
Just that bit has to be up near your mouth. Not like that. That's mental. Put it in the middle.
Oh, in the middle.
Yeah. It's a new
Then you'll see
setup.
my tits.
Get those tits
Well, because we used these in Great Barrier and they did work really well, eh?
Yeah, I did a job, but I didn't do
a
it
good
right.
podcast, that.
Yeah,
I listened back to that one. I'm like, I like that one.
Yeah,
that bit.
considering.
I like the Fanny Museum. Was my favourite.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go into that again because I was watching the back going, can we say this? Are we allowed to say all of this? And then at the end, we just sort of acknowledged, I don't think we're allowed to say this, but it was funny.
Yeah, I think the funniest bit for me was when you were like, Amelia Earhart's Fanny, and I went, well, she went missing. Anyway.
I never knew. I don't know why I didn't know. I just never knew.
Oh, by the way, I have to correct myself on something I said.
Well,
I said to you that Poison Pen was when you collage
Yeah.
out the letters. Apparently, that's not true.
Okay.
Because I decided to Google it when I was listening back, and I thought, is that correct? You know when you've got something in your head you think is right, but then you hear it again, you're like, that might not be right. Turns out poison pen is just any nasty letter.
You can't.
Yeah, that's poison pen.
Oh.
That's quite disappointing. So I'm like, well, what's the name for the collage?
I think it's just serial killer, kidnap, ransom note, I'd call it. Even though anything can be a ransom note.
Anything can be a ransom
note. But it's just not what we've seen on.
There's no art to ransom notes
no
anymore.
No, you just type it and
you
print.
Just type it. Not even on a typewriter.
No, on a computer.
You can get AI to write your ransom note now.
AI, can you write a ransom note?
Will I actually get ChatGPT to write a ransom note?
Yeah, let's do that.
Can you do me a template for a ransom note?
ChatGPT. With the Short Street thing, right? So, no, it's all right. It's there was tweets about it saying these were great, get them permanent roles, and then another tweet that said that's the worst Irish accent I've ever heard.
On you?
Pure fake. I'm like, that's how I talk. That's my voice. But then
that's funny.
I got this audition to play a drunk Irish guy on a show called Go Girls, right? Mm-hmm. And I read the script and he's pissed, right? And then he wakes up from a drunken slumber and says, I was at a party once and I shat in a bowl on a table. Falls back asleep. And I said, listen, I can't do this. This is like a dodgy Irish builder was one thing, right? I can do that. I can't play a stereotypical. My thesis in university was, has Irish comedy changed the negative stereotype of Irish people in British TV between these years? And it has with Irish comedians. So I can't all of a sudden go, I turn into a fucking leprechaun for a TV show.
Writing punchlines about potatoes and leprechauns and the like.
Yeah, I do that anyway sometimes.
My pot of gold.
Yeah, oh ho ho.
Yeah,
ho, ho, ho.
No, you shouldn't do that. I have a potato
up my arse. I do it sometimes for a laugh. But it's but yeah, so the guy who played my brother ended up getting that role. And I watched it and I went, that is horrible. That's horrible. And the story, I sat on a table at a party once and I was telling my mates that, and one of the lads was laughing and he goes, I was at that party. I think that was me that shot in it. I was like, fucking hell. So whoever wrote that was at this one party with this, I can't remember his name.
And then they were inspired.
And then they went, this is all Irish people. They also, it's a true story.
So what you're saying is, actually, it's Irish people's fault.
Yeah. I shot in a tent. I said that story a few weeks ago. So what can I do? What can I do?
I've got a ransom note.
We got a ransom note
from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
To whom it may concern.
Oh, lovely.
Which is very polite.
Very old fashioned.
We have taken name or item, because obviously I didn't tell ChatGPT what we've taken.
Yeah.
And they are currently in our possession.
Wow.
If you want to see him, her, it again.
Yeah.
You will follow our instructions exactly. Failure to do so will result in severe consequences.
Ooh, can we ask what the severe consequences are?
Well, I will. The letter goes on.
Oh, shit.
Here are our demands. 1, you must deliver amount in currency, and these are all just in brackets so that we can fill them in.
Easy.
2, location/method of delivery.
Wow.
This must be done by deadline.
Deadline?
Yeah, so we'd put the deadline in ourselves.
We'd put it in ourselves tomorrow.
3, do not involve the authorities or punishment/consequence.
Wow.
Once the payment is made, we will provide instructions for the safe return of name/item. Oh, do not test our patience.
Wow.
Any attempt to defy these instructions will lead to, and then in brackets, further consequence. We are watching you.
Wow.
Sincerely, signature or alias.
Jesus. ChatGPT.
I'll ask it to propose an alias as well.
Yeah.
Can you propose an alias? I love ChatGPT because you can have so much fun with it.
Yeah, I need
but
to
you
give
know,
it more attention.
It won't write a magic curse for you.
Will it not?
No.
It can't write jokes either.
No, I've never tried to get it to do that.
Well, I tried to do it for quiz, just to give it a go.
Make a quiz for me.
Yeah, but it doesn't get jokes and puns.
Here's some. So here are a few aliases for a ransom note, depending on the tone or style you're going for.
Right.
What tone or style are we going for?
Anger, fury.
Okay, we've got Iron Wrath.
Yeah.
You might like that one.
Yeah.
The Faceless Collective.
Nice one.
The Unseen. I like these. Each of these carries an air of mystery and threat, perfect for maintaining tension in the note.
Nice.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
Do you know what's weird? I wrote a horror last night.
What, a movie? Did you write a novel last night?
Do you know what I'm doing? I think it's the meds, and I'm getting a lot of stuff done. and it's not ruined me creativity. So I'm sitting there, and I came up with this idea, and I wrote it on my arm, and I just realised it's still there.
What does it say on your
So
arm?
basically, it's called The Puppeteer. It was at this point I told a story that was great for the movie, and I don't want to share it because I want to get it made. Back to the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
No
Couldn't
one's
you
steal
make
that.
it her husband?
So
that it's a little bit more...
Initially I did, right? I have to probably cut some of this out. Initially I
Yeah,
did.
because you're going to publish it.
Yeah. But the thing, there's a... Do you know that graveyard?
No.
The one over just by... You wouldn't have walked by it. On the way. If you walked from here to the Classic...
I'd pass a graveyard.
You pass a couple of graveyards. Right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah. I know that. I know exactly that one.
Yeah.
I saw a rat there once.
Oh, I saw worse, right? Right? There's crackheads everywhere. That's a given. That's a given, right? I got a fright from a log because I thought it was someone bent over, right?
It doesn't seem like a safe graveyard.
It's not, right?
Which is weird, eh?
Yeah, it's... So, this is where it happened with the dog, where I was walking the dog is running around, and he's just start growling at a raised grave, and I'm, what the fuck is going on?
Shit.
And a head popped up, right? It was a man sleeping rough on the other side of the raised grave.
Okay.
It was like, oh shit, right? Because I thought it was a zombie.
A zombie.
Yeah, which...
As anybody would.
Why? But you don't trust your mind.
Also, just don't... I know, listen, I mean, I'm not here to tell people who are sleeping rough where they should sleep, but don't sleep in a grave.
Yeah. Not, it wasn't in the grave, it was behind the raised grave.
Fair enough then.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine then.
But this bit, right, and we've seen it, because I'll walk Jane to work in the morning. That's the walk out of the way for the dog. And just, I have to get out of the house instead of sitting there for 4 hours, and the dog goes, oh, come on, I need a shit. So we're walking, and I've seen this woman around, right? And clearly something happened. So initially when I wrote that last night, it was a man. And then I went, oh, because she carries a doll in a pram. You've probably seen her. So she carries a doll in a pram. So clearly something happened and she has no kid or whatever. Yesterday we seen her washing... Or she's just mental. Yesterday we seen her washing the doll in the drain, right? On the side of the road.
That's sad.
But this I can't unsee. We were walking by, she was breastfeeding the doll. She's completely naked, sitting on a grave. Me and Jane, the dog, were walking, and
That's
I just,
sad,
you know, I
isn't
know,
it?
and I just looked and I went,
It's quite funny though.
it's funny but sad, but you can't tell that story because
No,
when Danny,
that'll need to be cut out.
that's getting cut out because I shared
For
this,
that woman's dignity, if nothing else.
she's naked in the fucking grave. No, because I shared something before.
Imagine you were just going in to visit.
Yeah,
Visit the
your
grave.
yeah.
Your dead husband, and there you are, 87-year-old Sylvia.
Yeah.
And you've gone in with your flowers for your dead husband because it's your anniversary or whatever.
And there she is.
There she is. On George's grave.
On George's grave, trying to get it to latch on. Give it some dusty milk.
God, the world is fucked, isn't
The world is fucked. But the
There
thing
you
is,
go.
because I seen before. There was a fella sitting on a floor in Bunnings, and you could see his arse crack. And I took a photograph and I shared it, saying, "Oh, I think he was looking for a crack filler."
And people got upset with you.
Yeah, a couple of people got upset, and I argued back, and then I deleted him. And when Danny was over, my mate, what's that noise?
It's this
Oh,
coffee
sorry,
cap. Sorry.
No, I thought it was this thing.
I was fiddling with the coffee cap
easy.
because they put what they've done is they've
'Cause it's too
cleverly
hot.
put two caps.
Yeah.
Because of the heat.
The heat, yeah. Instead of getting those corrugated cardboard holders, splash out, you cheap
Lazy
cunts.
cunts.
And so Danny seen a picture of a big fat homeless fella in a thong sitting on a tiny bike. I took a picture on
a
K
thong.
Road.
Yeah.
On K Road.
Yeah.
Took a picture, shared it, laughing his head off. And he just didn't get how Kiwis don't get that sort of sense of
Well,
humour.
they ignore that those homeless mentally ill people are there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until you make fun of them. So when
Yeah.
you point out how sad they are or how funny they are, which is the same thing in my, it's say two sides of the same
Tragedy,
coin.
yeah.
Tragedy and comedy, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you point it out, they're like, "That's a shame," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, what's a shame is
Yeah.
you guys never funding support for them.
Yeah.
That's what's
Help
the
them out.
real shame."
Yeah. Give her a real baby. That's what she needs. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, give it a hamster.
She'll never get the hamster on the tip.
What a shame.
Tiny little mouse.
God. Well, there are plenty of rats in there.
Yeah, there is. Oh man, yeah. I
no.
don't even know if I can tell that story, but it's funny.
It is funny.
I'm hosting a football awards tonight,
Oh, are you?
I was going to run a couple of stories by you, and I don't know if they're funny or not.
Right.
And they're true stories.
Are they sports?
Yeah, which is why I
Why
feel
you
like...
thought, I'll run them by David. He'll know.
No, but you'll get the humour of it.
Okay.
So, because I only opened up the email today because I don't read shit, and it was like...
Same.
Yeah, and you go, MC Alan, talk about yourself. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, I'm just there to host an awards. You didn't book me as a comedian. You booked me as a
host.
So
they want a bit of comedy from you as well.
I think they're trying to wedge that in. We'll see what happens. But I remember two stories. One was when I first came over here, and I got in touch with a local football team, and I said I'm from Dublin, and the guy who was a big football fan goes, oh, like Robbie Keane, who played for Ireland, big football player from near me up the road. And I goes, yeah. And he goes, do you play up front? I goes, I'll play anywhere. And then he goes, great, we're going to get Robbie Keane.
I didn't know you were into football.
Oh, I was, and I'm thinking of getting back into it, but it's just waking up. And so he got really excited about it, and he shared it in the group that I was added in on Facebook. We have Robbie Keane signing for us. Now, I couldn't make the first training session, and then the build-up got too high. He goes, Robbie Keane, we have our own Robbie Keane signing for the team. So I never turned up. I never.
I get that.
Because I couldn't live up to the hype.
That's a bit much.
Yeah. So that's one
What
story.
team was that?
I can't remember. 2 years ago.
Well, I think whoever it was, they'll know who they are.
Yeah, they'll know who they are, you fucking rats.
You stupid cat.
And the other one, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
It's funny enough, yeah, just to go, I just never turned up. The other one is...
And she'd be like, yeah, I never
played football
played again.
And here I am. This is my comeback. Give me a ball.
Yeah.
So, and I miss it. So, where's my nose? It's not you. So, the other one is... And this is 2002, the World Cup in Japan. Ireland were playing Germany, big game. I was a merchandiser sales rep at the time, right? And I didn't drive.
Selling hats and such.
No, I was packing shelves, like rearranging shelves for L'Oreal and that sort of shit. Oh. Yeah, we travelled. It was mad. Me and my best mate travelled up and down Ireland, merchandising bourgeois lipstick stands.
But why would they sell L'Oreal at the
pharmacies
stadium?
Oh no, it's not the stadium. It's in supermarkets and stuff. So I'm in, no. Listen,
so you're just there.
The stadium is in Japan, right? That's a different country.
That's what I mean.
So I'm in Dublin, right?
I see.
I work in Dublin, right?
I thought you were there.
No,
next to the queues of people going, L'Oreal shampoo.
Because you're worth it. Are you worth it? Are you worth it? Yeah. You could be with this stuff. Come on over. I get a little bit of zhuzh in your hair. So.
Well, they like shampoo, footballers, don't they?
Except the bald ones, but so I'm in Dublin, right, and that's where I'm in Clondalkin, and all my mates are going to the pub, and it's about 2:00 to watch the game, right, and I'm working with the merchandiser, the woman, and she's from England, and we had to go to the other county, Kildare, not that far away, but over there, and she said she'll get me back in time for the game, and I said, right, it's really important I watch this game. Everyone is there in the pub,
and she's English.
So, we're driving through Kildare, and you can see the atmosphere build up. There's people walking, singing ole, 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 with the green jerseys and inflatable hammers and stuff. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Why hammers?
Ah, it's just football fans.
Right.
Like Timmy Mallet, you just whacked him on the head.
Timmy Mallet.
Classic, right? So I'm watching the build up, right? I'm watching the build up when I'm getting all excited. And I said, right, we're going to have to start heading back to Dublin now. And she said, no, we still have a bit more work to do, so we just won't make it today. And I went, we will make it. You told me I can watch the game. She said, well, we can't. And I went, well, I quit. Fuck you. And I quit.
And did you say, fuck you?
Yeah. I got out of the car and I tried to call the manager.
You always go from like 1 to 10,
yeah, I know.
don't you?
Yeah.
Quite quickly.
Yeah. It's the rage. I don't know.
She's like, I'm sorry, we're running late. And you're like, fuck you, bitch. I quit. Do it yourself.
Yeah. Why? You'd lied to me. We had...
Yeah, that's fair. No, I mean,
I understand my brain now with the...
I get it.
Yeah, but at the time I didn't I couldn't control it. Now I get how my brain works. But at the time I'm like, this is a fucking lie. You fucking wasted my... So I snapped and I got out of the car, tried to phone the office. They were in the pub, so no answer. So I was like, fuck. And I found a bus stop that was going straight back to Dublin, not to the city, to near where my family lived and the bar that I needed to get to. So there was a fellow with cans of beer at the bus stop. He gave me a can of Budweiser, had a chat with him. He was pissed, got on the bus, jumped off at Newlands Cross. I think it's a 25-30 minute walk. I sprinted to the pub, right? Got there, sweating. Got in the room.
This sounds like an advert.
Oh, it should have been.
A good advert, this.
Let's write it down with the puppeteer stuff. So I ran all the way there, right? And I got into the room. My mates, close mates were at the far side. There's no way I'm getting through the crowd, right? I had other mates everywhere, so you just sort of went over. I ordered 2 pints of cider because
I was going to say, this sounds like a Strongbow advert.
Yeah, because you couldn't get to the bar. 2 pints of cider, and I went over, and I'm talking to one guy. You're all cramped up. You're watching the game, and then Ireland scored. Robbie Keane scored. Fucking drinks everywhere, right?
Jesus.
And someone accidentally elbowed me in the face, and I used to wear contact lenses. And the lens fell out on the floor. And I'm like, oh, my fucking lens. And I picked it up, and it was covered in piss and shit and dirt and
Don't
cider.
put it in your eye.
And I
Don't
put
put it
and I
don't
put
put
it
it in your eye.
I put it back.
No.
Yes. I put it back in my eye, right? And you know, you can imagine the effect I had in my eye. And this man turned around and looked at me.
A little bit.
Yeah, and this man turned around and looked at me and goes, I know, I'm crying too. And he started looking at me, jumping up and down. So
That is funny.
Yeah, so it's a true story. But
I think that'll work.
Yeah.
It's quite long.
Yeah, I know. I need to, but if I build up then I have to.
Yeah.
Like if you can build it up, but yeah. So just in case I have to tell a story that isn't.
Well, here's 2 stories for you.
I lived in Hamilton for 2 weeks and I watched a dead bird slowly disappear. You know, all other
We've
stories.
all been there.
Yeah.
There was a dead bird that when we used to watch primary school every day, me and my friend, there was a dead bird by the side of the path, just in the woods a wee bit, in the undergrowth.
Yeah.
And we used to go and check on this dead bird every day, just watching it.
I told you my
away.
dead bird story, did I? Oh, you've never been.
You haven't.
So
And I can't believe you haven't.
because it's a joke. We're talking about writing jokes, right? It's a joke that I've never understood, but again, it's a true story, and I never understood why I got a laugh. And Ad Lovegrove tried to explain it a couple of times, but it's a true story. I moved here. I moved to Hamilton, and I told this in Mission Bay, and it went really well again. I'm like, I don't get this, right? So I'm in Hamilton. I'm in a place called Chartwell. It's just a fucking random housing estate, the usual boring urban, suburbs.
Yeah.
So the only thing to really do was walk to the Westfield, right? So I'm walking to the Chartwell Westfield, and we were there for 2 weeks before we got out. And every day I walked, there was a dead bird on the side of the road, just on the pathway, right?
Yeah.
And there was ants picking away different bits and pieces, right?
Quite sad.
Yeah. So every day I'd walk by and there's more bits missing from the bird, right? And every day over 2 weeks we'd walk. Just a couple of wings left. And then the last thing to go was the beak, right? Just going away.
It was just a little beak.
And then there was nothing left. The ants took everything. And then I pause and I go, and I guess in some way that's Hamilton for me, right? And I still don't say. I don't know why you laughed. I don't know why it's funny. I
think it's just because there's something.
It's beautiful. It's nature. It's something that came.
There's something just quite dark about it.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I don't really know,
but I can understand why it was funny.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing.
When I laughed a wee bit.
You laughed, yeah, and you don't laugh.
No. No. Famously don't laugh ever because of
life.
Because of my rage.
Oh, yeah, you got the rage too.
Oh, aye.
Do you go from 0 to 10?
Not really. I get petty.
Oh yeah, I can do petty.
I get toxic.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a clicker. You've seen this before.
Oh, have I?
Yeah. So we'll get into some quiz, right?
Do you know what?
What?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Because let's see. Oh fuck! It's not even recording. Why isn't that recording? Oh, you fucking dickhole.
Are we not recording?
Why isn't that recording? That stopped recording.
Well, was it
That's
recording
still recording.
Well, has that got sound on it?
Yeah.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
That's going to be disappointing.
Why isn't it recording?
I don't know, Alan.
Jesus Christ, man. Hang on. It can't be full again. Oh, it is full again, you dickhead.
Well, maybe it recorded some of what we said.
I think it did.
That's a shame. We were really funny then.
Oh, God, I'm going to cry.
Well, don't cry.
Oh, rage.
We can be funny again.
Yeah, absolutely. 21.
We didn't do an intro anyway.
Oh, yeah. Why is it fucking not recording? Where's that other thing? It was at this point we thought it stopped recording because the memory card was full. But these handy little Rode Wireless Go 2 mics recorded everything. And that's not an advert, but if you want to give us free stuff, give us free stuff. So we jumped in and out of weird conversations, and we'll do that now and let you hear it. As you were.
Right
I
then.
don't know why it's doing that.
There's LinkedIn telling me to follow Bill Gates.
LinkedIn sent me a thing going, here's a job for you. A fucking, like a mermaid.
A mermaid?
Yeah. Yeah.
It sends me jobs as well, but nothing like that. Nothing fun like a mermaid.
Yeah, like a fucking mermaid. I can't be a like sitting in a pool at kids' parties. I'm like, that's insane.
And then you have to go underwater, don't you?
I think so.
Like breathe and like wave at them and that. Brush your hair.
Yeah. Hey kids, you want to brush my hair?
Yeah, real scary mermaid though, and just drag the kids in and drown them.
That'd be me.
Yeah, that's the sort of mermaid I imagine you'd be.
Hey kids, you want to see a dead body? That mermaid wants to show me a dead body, mommy.
Hey kids, come underwater. There's things that you won't believe. Hold your breath much longer. There's things you will achieve. There's pirates cold aplenty. Some things nice, some gaudy. And if we're quite lucky, I'll show you a dead body. Beneath the waves. Beneath the waves. You'll get a surprise when it's you that dies in a sea grave.
We'll get this sorted. Don't you fucking worry.
I'm fine. I'm glad we spotted it now before we started going into the quiz round.
Yeah.
That would have been a nightmare.
Oh, man.
Absolute nightmare.
I would have cried.
That's a nightmare scenario.
Absolutely nightmare scenario.
That's, that's our Hurricane Milton.
Told you my mate years ago, his nickname is Milton. So he's the first person I thought of. His nickname was Fishfinger
With the
Milton.
hurricane. It's quite sad, actually. I've been watching TikToks all day because I'm hungover.
Yeah.
Watching TikToks in my bed of people like checking on their animals and finding their animals were okay, and I'm just sitting there weeping. You know, I'm glad that donkey's alive. I've never given a shit about donkeys before. Now here I am. Oh, I'm glad that person took in that stray cat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know I love cats.
Cats are great. I haven't been following all that stuff, though.
It's actually quite sad.
Yeah, I don't want to see sad stuff.
Nah, I see a lot of sad stuff on my TikTok because I think it knows that I like it. But it's better than what I used to see because you know TikTok's got algorithms and it starts showing you things it thinks you're interested in.
Yeah.
So I've been through TikTok thinking I'm a witch.
Yeah?
So I thought I was a witch for ages and it would show me witchcraft videos about spells I could do.
Yeah.
It used to think I liked videos about people being killed by bears.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. You know, it was like a video about like, oh, and Susan went into the woods and then that's when the bear killed her. You go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. Tell you what's delicious. Calpol.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Smash that stuff.
Yeah, no, I would drink a whole bottle of that.
I was like, you're not even sick. I want Calpol, ma.
And then the banana one. Remember they came out with the banana one?
Banana
Game
Calpol.
changer.
The thing about banana, I hate banana flavour, but I like the fake banana. Like, the banana sweets, they're my 5 a day.
But I'd have a banana yogurt or a banana ice cream.
Yeah, I don't know. God, I did a panel yesterday, and it's so serious.
Is that the radio news
thing? Yeah. And I'm like, can I joke about this? Can I joke about that? And they kind of shut me down when I start getting silly, and you're just sitting there like a naughty child. But what were we talking about, Calpol? I can't even remember the point of that story now. There was something that I was getting into. Oh yeah, I was trying to wind people up, and then they were like, no, stop. You just couldn't understand them when they were on the phone, and there was a man. Oh yeah, there was a woman. Someone had 6 dogs in their house in a rental, and they got fined a lot of money and the damage. They'd pay for the damage, and then they got the expert on the phone, the lady who's behind whatever organisation. I wasn't paying attention, and I was like, how often do people hide animals in their place? And it happens sometimes. I said, what's the craziest animal you've ever? And they're like, no. They wouldn't let, like, this is fun.
Why not? That's a good question.
What's the, like, do you have a horse?
Is it a secret?
Is it a secret? Like, what have you got? And I'm like, how do you hide
sword?
it? Yeah, we have swords, we have weapons. And then, like, do you Shawshank Redemption, the dog shit, you know, when you bring it up, just shovel it down.
Shoveling out at the bottom of your trousers?
Yeah.
That's a bit foul.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they want to ask that question?
I don't know.
Like, what if it was an octopus or something?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Or
a dolphin. A dolphin in the bath.
just pretending it's one of those mermaids. Oh, that's my mermaid.
That's just a toy.
That's my work outfit. Whenever I'm a mermaid.
It's weird that, we don't make wetsuits out of dolphin, eh?
No. That, like a pelt.
Yeah, because we wear fur. Or
Yeah.
I know that we don't now, but, we used to.
Yeah, you still do.
Like, could you, I'm not saying should you, could you make a wetsuit out of a dolphin?
I think the only way to find out is to ask.
Ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And can we connect it to the ransom note?
In some way. Oh, so we could be like, we'll return your dolphin. If you don't pay us, we'll make a wetsuit out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha. Can you make a wetsuit out of a dolphin? Let's see what ChatGPT thinks of that question. It says no.
Oh God, Chat.
Oh, hang on. It's got a lot of information here.
Okay.
No, making a wetsuit out of a dolphin is neither ethical nor feasible. I'm like, all right, judgment.
Yeah.
Who are you, ChatGPT?
Yeah. Sure, ChatGPT.
Dolphins are highly intelligent social animals, blah, 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 blah. Harming or killing them is illegal in many countries and would be considered a severe violation of animal rights. Well, what if you just found one dead?
Yeah, surely you can wear a dead dolphin.
Yeah, what if you just found a dead dolphin? Even if you find a deceased dolphin, it would still not be ethical or legal to use its body in that way, it says.
I can do what I want with a dead dolphin.
Who are you?
Who are you?
If you come across a dead dolphin, the appropriate course of action would be to report it to local wildlife authorities or marine conservation groups. They can investigate the cause of death and ensure the remains are handled properly. And then it says the use of sustainable non-animal materials like neoprene for wetsuits is a much better, responsible choice.
Nah. Not having that, Chat. Not having that. So how much memory have I got then? This fucking thing. Right, 57 gigs. Surely that's enough. Right.
What animals can you make a wetsuit out of? See, this is what ChatGPT's fun.
Yeah. What animals can you make a wetsuit out of?
It says that I've used animal skins for insulation. Seal skin has been used by Inuit peoples for waterproof clothing.
Yeah.
However, in modern times, using animals to make a wetsuit is unnecessary, unethical, and often illegal.
But I want a wetsuit.
I'm sorry. I want a Cruella de Vil style wetsuit.
Yeah.
She wouldn't settle for
Anything
neoprene.
No.
She'd want dolphin.
No, she doesn't want.
She'd want orca.
Faux. Yeah. Is that the best
It's a killer
one?
whale.
That's the best one to get.
Well, I mean, you could probably make 2 or 3 out of it.
Yeah. It's all about, trying to make your money last.
It's
business.
Yeah, and I'm sure that, it's big enough. It's just market forces.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If people pay for
Blubber.
it.
People did it.
Well, people eat that.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't eat that.
I was reading the other day about North Sentinel Island. Have you ever heard of this place?
Nah.
It's like in the Indian Ocean. It's this island where there's this little tribe living on the island who are super aggressive to outsiders. So we just sort of leave them alone.
Yeah.
And apparently, if you go to North Sentinel Island, they'll kill you. And
oh yeah, I know that.
And they won't charge them with murder. They're like, that's fine. Just
don't
go there.
Because there was a guy that went recently to try and convert him.
2006.
Yeah.
John Chow or
Dead
something.
John.
Dead John.
Yeah.
And he paid some fishermen, Dead John.
Yeah.
Paid some fishermen to take him there, paid them loads of money so he could convert them all to Christianity.
The arrogance of that.
And they killed him.
Yeah.
And the last time he was seen, they were just dragging his body along the beach and they buried it on the beach.
Yeah. And deservedly so. We talked about it last week, or the last one in the barrier. The arrogance of some religious people that go, I'm better than you, and I can save you and change you.
He literally described North Sentinel Island as Satan's last stronghold on earth, where the word of Christ hadn't reached the people yet.
And isn't that enough to make you not want to go? Satan's last stronghold?
I think that makes it sound amazing.
I think it sounds cool.
That's what I'd name a theme park. Satan's last stronghold.
And
Fun
then
for all the family.
The main riot goes through like hell.
Yeah,
like actual hell. They come out charred.
Yeah, yeah, they come out no souls.
Yeah. Take the shoes off them.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah, I think we're
North
back.
Sentinel Island. I was very interested in it.
I'd like to go. Where is it?
In Indian Ocean. Maybe we'll do a podcast there one day.
We'll do a podcast there one day. You keep talking to the camera down here.
Do I?
You keep going. We'll go to the podcast.
I keep pointing over there. There's too much to look at.
I know, but we're back on track.
I should point at that camera, shouldn't I?
Yeah, do what you want, man. Do what you want.
Right then.
So,
just gonna go.
This one, we'll wrap up. So I did this round, right?
Let's do an intro first.
Oh yeah, let's do an intro.
We've got to do an intro.
You go ahead.
Right. Welcome back to The World Is
Fucked.
Totally fact.
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
It? It's completely fact. But welcome anyway. You can, if you enjoy our rambling,
Shit.
totally unscripted,
Yeah.
completely made up on the spot podcast, you can listen to it again as many times as you want on iHeartRadio.
Yep.
And the rest of those places.
Etc.
Yeah, Spotify.
It's
Spotify.
YouTube.
Is it on YouTube?
I put the full episode on YouTube. The video.
God, I'm looking forward to this just taking off.
Yeah.
And we can...
It's taken off. Then we can not work
How
as much.
many listeners do we have now?
Not checking.
Like 4.
No, there's more than 4.
Is there more than 4?
Yeah.
Is there 10?
There's more than 10.
30?
Could be, I don't know.
Right.
But it's not... It's,
somewhere between 10 and 30.
But I haven't really been promoting it as much yet until
Nah.
there's plenty of episodes there to go back
Yeah,
on.
that they can binge.
Yeah,
And,
so-
and you know, and let's be honest, good ones.
Good
We're getting
ones.
better at it
Oh,
as we
yeah.
go.
They were good at the start as well, but it's just the
They're
lighting
getting
and stuff.
better now.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
getting better.
Yeah.
You know, not that they were shit.
No, they were good.
They're good.
And now
Go
we
and
have
listen
these
to them.
mics, so we don't have to go
Yeah, we
lean
don't
in
have
and
to-
shit.
You know,
Yeah.
because there's a few of my funniest moments. I've just gone,
You were saying
I'm away.
Yeah, you're away. So now we're back, and this is proper, right?
Yeah.
Schnee.
What are you doing there?
Doing schnee. It's a gang sign. Schnee.
Are we doing gang signs?
Trying to be cool,
Are we
like the kids.
affiliated with
We're affiliated
organised
with a gang.
crime?
Yeah. We want to get a seal skin and make wetsuits out of it, and that's the.
I'd
the
prefer
reason
dolphin.
dolphin skin.
Yeah.
Leave the seals alone. They have enough.
And I want its face.
Oh, of course.
You know, I don't. I want its face. You can replace the eyes with beads or something.
Oh yeah. You can
But
put
I want its face coming out of
coming
here.
out there, and then what you can do, get the blowhole around
No,
here.
actually, I think I want its face up like that, like
Up
a
like
sort
that.
of hat.
And you know why do people have these backpacks when they go hiking with a tube that goes around into a hydration? That goes into the blowhole, and that's where you keep your water.
Yes.
And then you just hike up a mountain.
Ironically, keeping the water
Yeah.
in the suit.
In the suit instead of out of the suit. Because
Because I'm not going into the water.
Nah, fuck that.
I just want it. I just want it.
I just want it. So if anyone out there has any access to dolphins, legal or illegal, can you get in touch with us, and we will make some cool outfits.
I might also, if there's enough left over, make a little cushion.
Oh, you'd slip off it.